Padri Saab has written to Mrs. Gandhi. He's now written to Rahul Gandhi. He's saying that there is requirement for research, for historians to write a book. Suhail said, I want to ask you, you know, just because there is a reference of Nehru's letters to Edwina Mountbatten, is the Congress party smarting and not wanting to part with these? After all, nobody wants to get into anybody's personal lives. But I want to ask you, do people in public offices, when they write these letters, when they hold the highest office of the country, are these letters private anymore? Number two, this is not only about Edwina Mountbatten, it's also about letters written to Jayaprakash Narayan, to Albert Einstein and many others. What possibly can be the Congress's objection to these becoming part of the museum which they rightfully should be?
How many people on this panel have read letters from a father to a daughter? They were published. It was published in a book. These were Nehru's letters to his daughter from prison, number one. Yeah. Number two, across the world, there are two processes in place, including the United States. Classified documents, which over a period of time are then declassified in the interests of transparency. Donald Trump's initial indictment after he demitted office in his first term was he took papers, official papers, to Mar-a-Lago and did not declare them to the government. But there's a second issue. You know, Navika mentioned the go down bit. The fact is, it is historical, and Vivek and Vikas, it is a trap that has been set by the BJP. Let me also tell you that. By denying, you know, transparency, by denying access to these letters, you are allowing them to create a narrative. So I don't understand, where is the Congress's strategy in countering narrative? If you believe the BJP is creating a false narrative, the only way to check that is by actually putting the letters out in the public domain. A. B. If Mrs. Gandhi felt that they should have been in the public domain by being parked in the Nehru Memorial and Library, there is no reason for that to change now. Number three, this gentleman whose name I can't remember because of old age, who said he was working in the library and had tea with one gentleman who was putting papers to the shredder, he has written a letter. Now you can accuse him, being a historian that he is, you can accuse him of tampering with history, but he's not. He's actually willing to take the name of that person, which he did. So he could be sued for defamation if he was lying. It's obvious he isn't. Why secrecy? Because that leads to the second logical fallacy that the Congress always falls for. This is when the nation says, ye kisi ki jagir hai. Does this belong to them? Is this history only purview to them? Please remember, Pandit Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. I have always had the highest and will continue to have the highest regard for him, no matter what people say. Mrs. Gandhi was a Prime Minister. These letters were given by one Prime Minister of her father, who was India's first Prime Minister. There is no such thing as personal, because if they were personal, they would have never been in any of the 51 boxes to be parked at the Nehru Memorial. They were meant for public display. Then there's been a change in heart, but that change of heart almost come to put your finger down. When it's your turn, we will talk. Your finger is a distraction, and it isn't even a full hand. So the point I'm therefore making is that what you have to understand here very clearly is, if there is nothing that the Congress needs to hide, these letters need to be in the public domain. If there is anything that is private in nature, then by all means, go to a court of law and say, let the judges examine which are of personal and which are non-personal nature. Which are personal will be sealed and not be made available. It's the same formula that developed countries across the world follow. Because certain presidents keep classified information classified for a certain duration. I don't see what is the brouhaha about all of this.
Well, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, I'll come to you, Vivek Silas. I'll come to you, Vivek Silas, but Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, if letters from a father to a daughter are not classified, if they are not personal, how can letters to Jayaprakash Narayan and Albert Einstein be personal? I want to ask you, and once they have gone to the museum, to the library, why would anybody want to take them? Why is there a change of heart? what is it that you don't want India to know is the question that will be continuously asked of you.
Absolutely.
And
It's a silly thing.
sorry, you said something,
I'm
Suhail.
saying, Kamru, if you have
Okay,
nothing to hide,
Navika ji, first
show
and
them the
foremost,
letters, say,
Navika
"भैया, ये
ji,
देखो
first and
चिट्ठियां हैं."
foremost,
Exactly.
let me
What do
comment.
you have to hide?
And Kamru, begani shadi mein, you are the Kamru Diwana. Arey, my friend, you are one of the most logical people I know. You know that if there is nothing to hide, put it in public domain.
Suhail Dada, I know you are graying. Doesn't matter that your gray matter is also graying. I never knew that.
आप तो 50 shades of grey है मिस्टर
But the point here, Navika, is, you know, let me cite you an example.
आप तो 50
Cite you an
shades of grey
example
है.
about
Okay.
Pranab Mukherjee,
नहीं, I'll tell you why
the
50 shades
president
of
of
grey.
India.
ऐसा वैसा नहीं.
Wait.
नहीं कमरू जी एक सेकंड मैं समझा दूं मेरी
No,
टिप्पणी वरना आपके लिए
let's not go
गलत
down
चली
that
जाएगी
line.
आपके लिए.
Let's not go to under 50 shades of shade or the 40 shades of grey. No, wait. Navika ji, most importantly,
explain,
let
but
me cite
anyways,
you one
carry on.
example, a very recent example about Pranab Mukherjee ji. When Pranab Mukherjee died, his daughter Sharmistha Mukherjee and Abhijit Mukherjee had a big fight about his memories that he had scribbled down in a diary. Ultimately, the entire memories, entire writings out there, entire scribblings out there were his personal property, which legal here, Sharmistha Mukherjee monetized it in the form of a book.
Kamru
Why did
Zaman
the BJP
Chaudhary,
and
you
his
have done a
Get
self
a
goal.
this man.
You have done a self goal, my friend.
And this needs to
Kamru
be
Zaman Chaudhary,
under-
that
Why?
is exactly the point. That was a diary, that was the notes he maintained for himself, that was not his public office communications. These are office communications,
these
and
are
therefore
documents
you have walked right into
not
the trap of the
dominated.
BJP.
No,
I want to ask you,
correct
Shehzad
yourself.
Poonawala, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कि what is the difference between a diary and official communication from the Prime Minister's office?
Oh, come on, Navika.
See, this is
Navika,
now,
first and
Mr.
foremost,
Kamru
you tell
ji,
me,
Kamru ji,
Tom,
आपने
Dick and
बोला
Harry
अभी,
comes out here
Kamru ji,
and he
one-
says that this diary,
Kamru ji,
these
now
letters
please, you have to
contain
calm down.
Letters to Lady
Kamru ji, you have
Mountbatten,
spoken enough.
letters to XYZ. How does this Tom,
No,
Dick and
ma'am.
Harry know the
Ma'am,
content
let me make
of the
2 or 3
letter?
very quick
Okay.
points, otherwise we'll keep
Classify-
rambling on.
Kamru Zaman
Having
Chaudhary,
restricted
Kamru Zaman
access.
Chaudhary, your arguments have died a very sudden death. Now hold on till Shehzad responds to you.
Navika, I think Suhail has articulated the crux of the debate,
Come
which
on,
is
that's your
that,
perception.
sir, if you make wise comments, then even I can make many of them. Then you will not like them. Please, Suhail has articulated the most important point that the entire line between क्या मेरा है और क्या सरकार का है, जनता का है, that blurs when these people come to power. They think कि भाई office communication by the Prime Minister's office is also my private property. भाई, there is a difference between diary entry which you have written to and kept to yourself on your personalized paper and personalized diary and something you're sending as official letter from Prime Minister. Second point,
should not
please
be
sir,
given.
Mr. Kamru, you have to stop commenting
not
like
be
this.
given.
You will also get it back, then you will have a problem. Please, sir, wait for your turn. Be patient. Secondly, look at hypocrisy of Mr. Vivek Hypocritical Srivastav. Vivek Hypocritical Srivastav's party. We demand declassification of Netaji files. Netaji file declassify ho. और ये मिस्टर नेहरू एडवीना फाइल क्यों डिक्लासिफाई ना हो? आई एम सेइंग इफ यू हैव अ प्रॉब्लम दैट नेहरू एंड एडवीना फाइल शुड नॉट बी डिक्लासिफाइड, से दैट कांग्रेस शुड से इट ऑफिशियली दैट माइनस नेहरू एंड एडवीना's कम्युनिकेशन, एवरीथिंग एल्स इज इन द पब्लिक डोमेन. आप बोल दो ना क्लियरली.
Not just letters. It's
Okay,
much more
one
than
more
that.
point. Vivek ji, one more point.
Government
One more
documents.
point, Vivek ji, one more point. Last
Netaji
point.
files is
Vivek ji, one more point.
documentation, sir.
Vivek ji, one more point.
Yeah.
Vivek ji, last one point. You remember Nehru ji's first move against your government, your first elected government in 1959 was dismissed by Mr. Nehru,
Yeah.
the dictator.
Namboodiripad
Yeah,
government.
Namboodiripad
Yes.
government. So everyone calls him Democrat,
Yes,
but actually he was a
absolutely.
dictator.
Absolutely.
Now, would you not want to know the mind of Mr. Nehru while he took that decision?
No. I mean, these are high-handed statements, Shehzad.
Arre?
He was a founding father of our country, and he should
Arre,
respect
founding
him.
father
So we
थे.
want to know
60
more
years
about the
whatever.
founding
Atal Bihari Vajpayee
father.
respected
We
him.
want to know
No,
more
I'll tell
about
you.
the founding
Hold on.
father. The
Yeah, I'll tell
researchers
you.
want
I'll
to
tell you.
find out more.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Why are you standing as obstacles in the way?